I'm back, and today I'm going to be doing a dessert from Pinch of Nom. So I've decided to go with the banana sponge pudding, and I thought, what can go with this? Custard, but they've got a recipe for chocolate custard. So banana sponge pudding and chocolate custard. Let's have a look and see what we do. Okay, so the first thing we need is one ripe banana. So we're going to start this off by peeling the banana. Okay, and then from one end we're going to cut off 6 thin slices. No, we're going to do 8. Okay, and the rest of this we're going to put into a bowl and put that aside. And then we're going to take a fork and we're going to mash this banana up. Okay, and then we're going to put that aside. Next up, we're going to take 4 ramekins which have been greased with low-fat spread quite heavily. And then the recipe says to use 50% less sugar caramel dessert sauce. Now I've got this Diablo one which is completely sugar-free. So yeah, we'll give this a go. So we're going to put 1 teaspoon in each ramekin at the bottom. I'm not going to measure this because if you put this in a teaspoon, it's not all going to come out. So we'll just put a big dollop in each. Okay, and then we're going to spread it out into the bottom. Okay, then you're going to bring back these banana slices and you're going to put 2 in each ramekin. Okay, and then we're going to put these aside. Okay, onto the sponge then. Into another bowl we are going to add 50 grams of self-raising flour, a teaspoon of baking powder, 50 grams of granulated sweetener. Now this is the sweetener that weighs the same as sugar. If you've got the other one that doesn't weigh the same, you don't want to put too much in, so that's how much I'm putting in, 50 grams. And we've got 50 grams of reduced fat spread. And we're going to put in 1 egg. And we're going to beat this before we put it in. And then we're going to put in 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Okay, and then I'm going to whisk this with a electric whisk. I'm only using one prong on my mixer because there's not that much in there. You can use a wooden spoon as well. So yeah, we're just going to mix this up. Okay, there we go. So we were mixing for about 2 minutes until it's smooth. Then we're going to bring back the banana and we're going to put that in. And then we're just going to fold this into the mix. Okay. So we're going to bring back the ramekins and we're just going to spoon this in evenly. Okay, so we're just going to level the tops out. And then we're going to put these onto a baking tray and we're going to go in the oven at 180 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes. Okay, on to the custard. So I've cut this recipe down because the recipe is for 8 servings. So I've cut it down, but I'm going to give you how to make it for 8 servings. So first thing we need is 3 egg yolks, and we put that into a jug, and to that we're going to add 2 tablespoons of corn flour, 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder, 4 tablespoons of granulated sweetener, and to that we're going to add 2 tablespoons of milk. So they suggested using semi-skimmed. I only have skimmed, so that's what I'm using. Okay, and then we're just going to mix this together into a paste. Okay, and now on to the milk. Okay, so we're going to pour the milk into a medium saucepan. So that's 500 mils of milk that we're using. And we're going to put this onto a medium heat, and we're going to heat it until it starts to steam. Okay, so there is steam just starting to come off of this milk. So we're going to pour this milk into the jug with the egg and the cocoa. And we're going to whisk this together until it is all smooth. And then we're going to pour this back into the saucepan. we're going to let this cook for about 5 minutes. You can stir it with a wooden spoon or with a whisk. So just keep stirring it until it starts to thicken. Okay, these are smelling great, they're looking great, so we're just going to do this skewer test. Comes out clean, so they are ready. So as soon as the custard is done, we're going to get these out. Okay, so the custard started to bubble, so that means it's done. It's gotten thicker, so I'm going to pour it into a jug. Going to take one of these ramekins, so you can eat it straight out of the ramekin or you can turn it out, so we'll see what's happening on the bottom. So just go around it with a knife. Okay. And then we're going to turn it over. I've got a bowl for this, so let's see if it comes out. Oh, look at that. You can smell the caramel sauce. It smells amazing. Let's have a little bit of the custard. Well, that's quite thick. Right, okay, so I've got a bit of the sponge and a bit of the custard. Let's give them both a go. That sponge is so light and airy, and the custard really goes well with it. I can see that normal custard would go well with it as well, but there's something about that chocolate one. It's not overpowering. It's really nice, right? It's really nice, yeah, definitely. You just get like a little hint of chocolate in the custard. It's not really, really sweet and chocolatey, so yeah, that is really good. So, that's it from me. Keep experimenting, have fun, and I'll see you next time. Bye!